My sweetheart, I am now going through a course of instruction in the war school. Webb Prince and I are the only New Zealanders in the school among 400 or 500. It is regarded as the most strenuous course in military training in the Empire, and he who could slip through without coming a cropper is almost made. Officers failing are generally sent back home. Last week, the Australians had 6 go back. With all my love, Harry.
1916.
This war is going to bring England and her Queen's Dominion closer together. Our outlook on alien powers will totally alter. Our social status will undergo unforeseen changes. The aggregate of these alterations will make the British Empire as free again as she was before the war. We must win, dear. This is why you are contributing and playing the part of a woman by your heart pangs and suffering at our parting. Big things require big efforts, and effort is synonymous with sacrifice. In the days to come, you and I will require our sacrifice as the one thing we could both look back upon with pride and satisfaction, for we had done our duty. With all my love, Harry.
1917.
Here we are again. We're fit and well and feeling as right as rain.
My darling Pat, just now I am camped about 10 minutes walk from Rogers Billets, and consequently I often drop in there and spend an hour or so. I had proposed going to have dinner there tonight, but have been obliged to change my mind owing to enemy planes being at present rather busy, dropping bombs everywhere. The weather has been atrocious. The roads soon get into a frightful state as traffic is abnormally heavy. One cannot avoid being wet, muddy, cold, and perhaps miserable. Although I have a car, I do a great deal of walking in zones where cars are unable to go. I fear the cold and wet of this country more than enemy shells and bombs. With all my love, Harry.
1918.
My darling Pat, the end of the war has at last arrived, my dearest heart. My thoughts are ever with you till our next meeting, never to part again. It would be quite beyond my power to express the awful times I have passed through the last few weeks. If the war had lasted another week, I would have become a physical and a mental wreck. The fact is, I was recently appointed to take charge of all the bridging construction and the delivery of bridges for all the regiments in the Army Corps section. All the original bridges had been demolished, and new ones had to be built in a few hours. To make a long story short, I managed to carry it through, and for now I feel as if I could sleep for a month without stirring. Well, my own little darling, I must leave you for the present, although I could sit up for a week talking to you. With all my love, Harry.